Hello, everybody. Welcome to Diego Knows. I am Diego, and today we're going to talk about Sex and the City. Of course, we are. All right, because we're going to get through this goddamn show. I swear to God. All 94 episodes, both movies, and I already reviewed that piece of shit and just like crap. For those of you who don't know, my name is Diego, and I'm a big fan of Sex and the City. I'm probably the only straight guy you'll know that has watched every single freaking episode. And I've got a lot to say about the show. I actually love this show, believe it or not. This is not some sort of a hate show. I'm not hate watching Sex and the City. I love Sex and the City. I hate watched And Just Like That. I hate watched that piece of shit show. But I legitimately enjoyed Sex and the City. I thought it was groundbreaking for the time. And I'm not some fucking male feminist or nothing like that. I think that's all bullshit, okay? But I did enjoy this show. Okay, I just didn't like the way men were being portrayed on the show. I didn't like the way the straight guys were always being shown as jokes, as cartoon characters. They would always act like they wouldn't act like people. They act like like I said, cartoon characters. They weren't real. They didn't do realistic things. They didn't handle situations the way a real human being would handle them, much less a straight guy. Okay, now the show was written by gay guys, lesbians, and feminists. Okay, so of course the straight man, our opinion didn't matter. Okay, we were not involved in the creative process of the show. Understandably, not excusably, but understandably, because we were not the target audience. The show was not made for me. Okay, it was made for women. Okay, and at the time when the show first aired, I was younger. I was in my 20s. I worked in downtown Chicago, and all the hot single girls that I knew were watching this show, and they were always talking about this show. So that's what piqued my interest, and so I started watching the show as well. And I ended up liking it. I ended up liking it a lot. The show was actually pretty damn good. I couldn't get any of my straight guy friends to watch the show though. They didn't want to watch it. We watched Sopranos, okay, with them. But the ladies, I also had something to talk about because I watched this show, okay, and I have my own opinions, which were like a lot of women didn't really seem to understand that, and I get that too because you're women, okay, you don't know what it's like to be a straight guy. You'll never know what it's like to live your life as a straight guy, okay? You don't. So you wouldn't necessarily see things the way a straight guy would, and vice versa. I'm not over here pretending to be a woman. I'm not going to give you a straight woman's point of view. I don't know what the fuck that's like. I'm telling you what it's like for me. Okay. All right. So where we're at right now, we're at season 3, episode 11. The title of this episode is called "Running with Scissors." Okay, there's a lot going on here, so I'm gonna get right to it. Okay, so it starts off with Big and Carrie. They're continuing their affair. I know Carrie's always talking about how she hates herself, how she hates it. She's cheating on her boyfriend Aiden. Big's cheating on his wife Natasha. They're having to lie to everybody. And they're trying to keep it a secret. But the bottom line is they're still fucking, okay? So no matter what she says, no matter how much she talks about how she hates herself for doing it, how she doesn't want anybody to get hurt, how she's gonna stop it real soon, this can't continue, no matter how much she keeps talking about that, the bottom line is she still wants to keep fucking seeing Big. She still wants to fuck him, okay? And they're not putting the brakes on it, all right? But now when it started off, it was like a sexual, it was like a fantasy. You watch those movies, where you have like the rich husband and the rich wife, and she's having an affair with a rich guy, and they're like all cloak and dagger and hiding out in fancy 5-star hotels and shit, wearing sexy clothes and, all that kind of bullshit. I'm trying to think of, there's that movie with Michael Douglas where he was married to Gwyneth Paltrow. I can't remember what it was called, but you know what I'm talking about, the sexy, affair, going on, well, that's how it starts off with, they're eating strawberries and drinking champagne, and it basically, it devolves into fucking like cheap fucking hotel rooms, like, hey, come on, let's fuck real quick. I get back to work in 2 hours, that kind of thing. They're not dressed nice anymore. They're wearing t-shirts. They're not. Their hair's not combed. They're dressed like shit. They're just trying to fucking pump and dump and get the fuck out of there. They gotta go back to work. Go back to life. So that's what it devolves into. So basically, the romance of the affair is gone. Okay, it's just fucking now. It's not some fucking some naughty, indiscretion, my husband must never know. Now it's not like just fuck and let's get out of here, So that's what it's devolved into, okay? Who are we? And of course, Carrie keeps questioning herself, who are we? Big, why are we doing this? He's like, well, you want me to call my wife? No, I don't want you to call your wife. Okay, then. Let's fuck. I can get back to work. So she's being like, you people are, she doesn't want people to get hurt, Like, so they're in seedy rooms, okay? And, so do you want people to get hurt? If you tell your wife, or do you want her to get hurt? If I tell my boyfriend, do you want him to get hurt? And Big brings up her boyfriend, Oh well, so you want to, is this because your boyfriend? Are you feeling bad now because of your boyfriend? Because you're really in love with him, or that kind of bullshit, And she's being bitchy, like, oh, how do we get here? Oh my God, what are we doing? This has got to stop, But of course, it's not going to stop. She said that for the past 3 episodes. Hey, this has got to stop. We can't do this anymore. Okay, it's over. She keeps saying that, and then they end up fucking doing it again. So her word means nothing. Okay. At least, I'll give her points for being aware of what she's doing, but at the same time, there's only so long you can go with that. Oh my God, I wasn't thinking that night. I just got caught up. Yeah, that might be an excuse for one night, but not for this thing. Okay, this is a lot more than that. Okay, so no, she's definitely fucking around. Okay, well, she's been fucking around. Okay, and what the show's trying to do is trying to give it to us from her point of view. Okay, this is what it's like for her to fuck around on her boyfriend. Okay, this is what it's like for her to fuck a guy who's married. Okay, it's not just her boyfriend. He's married. So what can I say? Big's got a high sexual market value. I already told you why he's doing this. He's doing this because he knows how to push Carrie's buttons and make her do what he wants. Okay. So Carrie talks to Miranda. She finally confesses to Miranda because she already told Samantha, but now she tells Miranda, "Hey, listen, I'm fucking big. Please don't judge me. And that's the reason I think she didn't want to tell Miranda, is because Miranda's always like trying to be this fucking moral authority, for all men in the world. Men need to do what she says, or else they're all pieces of shit. But when a woman does it, she's more forgiving, and that's what she's doing. I'm not going to judge you. No. If you're a man, I judge you, but you're a woman, so no, you can do whatever you want. It's okay. How are you feeling? That kind of thing, Yeah, real fucking Will Smith here. Anyway, so Miranda's like, she's like, well, sorry, Carrie's like, do you hate me? She's like, no, I don't hate you, but give me a cigarette. So Miranda's smoking now, go figure, right? Carrie's like, you have to, I need your help, okay? I need you to yank me out of what I'm doing. I need you to take control of my adult actions, okay? And make my decisions for me, because I don't trust myself with my own fucking decisions. I need you to watch me. I need you to tell me what to do. I need you to make me do it, okay? Because I cannot trust myself to do it on my own. That's basically, she doesn't say that, but that's basically what she's saying. Carrie, that's not exactly a cry for help, okay? That's not a cry for help. It just means that you fucking can't control yourself, okay? That's something that Miranda cannot help you with, okay? No one's gonna fucking lock you up in jail. No one's gonna do that, okay? Everything you've done, all your indiscretions, you have done voluntarily, okay? You've willingly done these things, okay? You would have to willingly stop doing them. Okay, now the damage is already done, but if you want to stop feeling this way, you've got to stop your behavior, and you're not stopping your behavior. You're doing everything but stopping your behavior. You're asking other people to stop your behavior. Nobody can fucking control you, Carrie. You're gonna do what you want to do. Nobody, not your best friends. Nobody can fucking control you. Okay, you have to control yourself. It's called being a fucking adult. So I know, and if you can't, you need to get help. Okay, and telling people to control you is not help. Okay. So that's going on here. And of course, Miranda says, like, what about Aiden? She's like, exactly. What about Aiden? I need to start thinking about him. She's Big is getting jealous of him. What if he tells him? What if he does something stupid? I just want to put this thing to bed and get it over with without anybody getting hurt. And Miranda's like that doesn't sound very realistic, Carrie. Okay, what kind of la la land are you living in here? Okay, she's like, Carrie's like, I didn't think. She's like, what do you think would happen? She says, I didn't think. I just did. We messed it all up. It's a big mess. Does he only want me now because he can't have me? And Miranda's like, yes, exactly. What do you want, Carrie? I want everything to go back to normal without anyone getting hurt or finding out. Like in those TV movies, where the affair, they just have their affair and then they end their affair and they all go back to their spouses and no one knows anything about it. And everyone lives happily ever after. I want it to be like that. Yeah, I've seen those fucking movies, Those fucking, like I said, Bridges of Madison County, there's one right there. Fucking piece of shit. Same time next year, there's a lot of fucking movies like that where people just fuck around and they call it off and their spouses never find out, okay? But in real life, Yeah, I guess maybe if it's like once or twice, you can get away with that. But if it's like on a regular basis, you're gonna get found out. You're gonna get caught. Something's gonna happen, you know? Like I said, if it was like a one and done type thing, you know, then maybe, but you know, or a one night stand, something like that. But no, if you're legitimately starting another relationship, I mean, people are gonna fucking find out. People are gonna find out. You know? I mean, your spouse is gonna find out. You know, I mean, it's easy to do that. You know, so Carrie doesn't even really fucking for sure knows what she wants. She knows she's doing it wrong. What she's doing is wrong, but she don't want to stop. You know, and you know, and Miranda's like, you know, I don't watch those Hallmark movies. Okay, I don't want to. It's like that's not realistic, Carrie. You have to stop. You have to stop cheating. Okay, you have to be honest with your partner and own up to what you did. Okay? And quit fucking around behind Steve's back with some fucking gargantuan Ernest Borgnine, New Kids on the Block, wannabe trans fucking... What? Oh, sorry. No, you have to stop and honor your relationship. You have to stop, Carrie. You have to stop cheating. Spoke a little too soon there, didn't I? Oops. I forgot Miranda's the moral authority in this episode. She's the one you go to when it comes to fucking cheating advice. How to save your relationship. You go to fucking Miranda for that, right? Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. What was I thinking? Hey, at least the guy she's cheating on with, you know, actually has a fucking dick. They don't call him big for nothing. What do they call Shay again? Oh yeah, they call her Shay. Okay, anyway, sorry, that's another show, right? Okay, anyway, we're still back in the year 2000 here. Okay, so she says it's not realistic, and hey, you know, and it's not. Now, Samantha goes to a club. She goes to a club, and there's nothing but fucking guys there for some fucking reason. But apparently some guy who is like the male version of Samantha, there is no male version of Samantha, okay? A guy who's the male version of Samantha, okay, would be pathetic, all right? There's no such thing as a male. There's guys that are promiscuous. There's guys that sleep around a lot. Not very many guys like that, but there are guys like that, you know? You know, the fact that women don't fucking proposition men every fucking day, unless they're one of those guys. Again, there's very few guys like that, okay? Men do proposition women every day, and you don't have to be fucking famous for that to happen, okay? You don't even have to be super good looking for that to happen, okay? Like I said, women getting sex is a lot easier than guy getting sex, okay? So there is no equivalent. Samantha, a decent looking girl can get fucking laid pretty fucking easily. A decent looking guy cannot get laid easily. Okay, unless he has a super high sexual market value. In other words, he's a celebrity, he's got a lot of authority, he's famous, you know, something like that. A guy like that can do it, okay? But an ordinary, average, you know, decent looking guy cannot fucking pull fucking tail like crazy like that. No, they can't, all right? They have to do some fucking work, all right? Samantha can though, but you know, whatever. So they call this guy, his name is Tom Ramey. He's like the male Samantha or whatever. Apparently he's fucked everyone around too. And so is Samantha. And so they've heard about each other, but they never met, but blah, blah, blah. So he goes right to the chase. Hey, you've heard about me? Yes, I have heard about you. And you've heard about me? Oh yeah, everyone's heard about you. Let's just cut to the chase. Let's fuck. And she's like, okay. Like just like that, you know, like that's fucking realistic, right? So he takes him back to his place, and he's got a fucking swing. You know, one of those fuck swings, okay? Hey, you know what? Everyone's got their own thing, right? You know, the swing. Yeah, you could say me and the swing are familiar with ourselves. A little bit, maybe. Personally, though, I would rather just do it on the floor, on a table, on a bed, on a couch. I would prefer that. Okay, the swing is okay, but you know it's weird because when you're on a bed, like the bed takes some of the weight of the other person off of you. Okay, when you're on a swing, the other person, I mean, obviously I'm not going to be on top of the woman right now on a fucking swing. I'd crush her, right? So she's on top of me, and the weight, her weight, is all on top of me. Okay, while I'm trying to, you know, trying to do my cardio, if you know what I mean, all right? and it's not very comfortable. Okay, you know, you can't sustain that for a long period of time. Okay, I can have sex on a bed for hours and not complain, but on a fucking swing, you know, with her weight constantly going up on top of me over and over again, after 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, I'm like, that's it, man. Get the fuck off me. All right, okay? I'm sweating like fucking crazy, okay? You know, like you're, I mean, the swing is supporting you. It's like, you know, it's not the most comfortable thing. If it's a quickie, absolutely. Okay, but we're talking about long term, you can't spend hours on that fucking thing, dude. That thing, if you're a man, it might be good for the girl, okay? But for the guy, it fucking, after a while, dude, it sucks. Anyway. Do I talk, hey, what the fuck am I telling you this shit for? Anyway, so here we go. Anyway, that's not the topic of this. The point is, he shows her she wants to fuck him, and he asks her, hey, I need to see your AIDS test. She's like, what? Your AIDS test? Yes, I've been tested. You have been tested, haven't you? Well, I know I'm healthy. You know, and she's like, oh, you know what? I really want to fuck you. I really want to eat you out. And I want to do it on this fucking swing, but I ain't going to do anything until I see that you've been tested for chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, chlamydia. You know, what the fuck? Talk about taking the romance out of this situation. Hey, I'm all about safe sex, okay? You know what, dude? Wear a fucking condom, and you don't have to have this fucking conversation, all right? But nobody in this fucking episode thought about that, did they? I wonder why. I guess they were too busy scratching themselves down there to even think about something like that, right? Yeah, probably what it is, huh? Anyway, so he says he's not gonna have sex with her until she has her AIDS test, okay? Which is, dude, man, you should have just fucking led with that, dude. She followed you all the way back to your fucking apartment, to your fucking swing, and now you're gonna be like, hey, I need to see a fucking HIV test before we do. Do people carry an HIV test in their fucking purse? You know, do they carry that and just show it off? Get the fuck out of here. This is fucking stupid. You get the fucking test, and that's fucking it. God damn, you don't fucking bring someone over there and then spring that test on them. Get the fuck out of here. It's not realistic. Not fucking realistic, okay? That's why condoms are there. You wear a fucking condom, that's it. Problem solved. Anyway, so that's going on. Charlotte, meanwhile, is all about the wedding. She's talking to all the girls about the wedding. She's still excited about it. She wants them to help her pick out a dress. She's got all these fucking bride magazines. You pick out this one, you look at that one, you look at, and the girls don't want to do it, especially Miranda. It's like, fuck this shit. I don't want to fucking spend hours and hours looking at fucking wedding dresses for you. You know? Like, this is fucking stupid. You know? But she's all about that. Of course, Samantha brings up this topic about, hey, have all of you gotten your AIDS test yet? Like, what the fuck? You know, and Charlotte's like, hey, we're trying to pick out wedding dresses here. What the fuck are you talking about AIDS? And of course, Miranda's like, yeah, I've been tested 3 times, you know. Carrie's like, yeah, I've been tested for AIDS, you know. Samantha's never been tested, okay? The biggest slut in the fucking show, she's never been tested. You can't fucking tell me she don't got something, okay? She's got something, all right? There's something nasty inside fucking Mary Rottencrotch over there. Yeah, there's something in there, okay? You haven't looked in a while. There's something in there. You can't go through that much fucking cock and not get nothing, okay? Especially when it's all unprotected, all right? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so now she's scared. She don't want to take the test. Well, what happens if she gets fucking AIDS? Ooh, hey Samantha, a lot better sexual people than you have gotten AIDS. Okay, look at some of these porn stars, man. You know that you talk about. That's it, man. You get AIDS. That's fucking it. There's no cure, and nobody wants to get it. You don't die from it anymore, but nobody wants to get it. That's it. That's the end of your sex life. And she doesn't know if she has it. If she has, she can give it to somebody else. So yeah, you know, I mean, if she's been fucking all these guys unprotected, someone must have given her something, okay? Especially in fucking New York. Come on. But anyway, so she's afraid to take the test. She's all stressed out about it. The girls tell Charlotte, hey, Charlotte, just hire a fucking wedding stylist, okay? Just hire somebody to do this shit, to pick out the dresses for you. You know, we don't want to fucking do it. Okay. So that gets to the thesis of this episode, okay? Carrie's like, is sex ever safe? Is sex ever? That's the thesis of this episode. Okay. So meanwhile, Miranda is walking down the street, and there's a guy dressed up as a sandwich in front of a sandwich shop saying, eat me, eat me. Well, Miranda gets all like, what? That's offensive. How dare you? Even though it's a fucking guy handing out flyers trying to get you to come inside and order a sandwich. You know, and buy a fucking sandwich. She takes offense to it. Okay. Meanwhile, Charlotte hires a wedding stylist, okay? And it is Anthony! Yes! Anthony! This is Anthony's debut! This is the first episode with Anthony. We finally get to meet Anthony, Charlotte's best gay friend. You know, Charlotte Stanford, okay, who is, I think is, Anthony's more interesting. And let me tell you something. Anthony is a breath of fucking fresh air, dude. I mean, and just like Crab is a piece of shit show, okay? It's a fucking abortion. It's a walking fucking abortion. Anthony's the one shining thing on that fucking show, okay? The actor that plays him, I forgot his name, Mark Cabone or something, Mario Cabone or whatever his name is. The guy's fucking hilarious. He's a fucking legit hilarious guy, dude. And he steals every fucking scene he's in. I love this little guy, dude. He's fucking hilarious. I remember him when he was on Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's show, he used to have this show, and he used to do a little segment called Ask a Black Dude, and that was with Paul Mooney, who has passed away since then, you know, sorry. And then he also had a segment called Ask a Gay Dude, and that was Anthony. That was him. And the guy's hilarious. Of course, he steals every sin. He's a fucking prima donna. You know, he loves to swear. He's always quick-witted. You know, I mean, he's hilarious. And he's here. And I like to see him there because I tell you, he's entertaining. He deserves his own show, honestly. That guy's talented. He's funny as shit. He deserves his own show. But anyway, so we meet Anthony there. Finally, for the first time, we meet Anthony. Okay? And he's finally introduced. And Charlotte compares him to the pushy Italian mother that she never had. You know, he bosses around those fucking, those wedding women, you know, the women that are showing off the dresses. He bosses them around, tells them what the fuck to do. You know, hate it, give me the other one. Hate it, give me the other one. You know, like he's just bossing around, barking out orders and shit, you know. And Charlotte's like, I'm afraid, but what if, you know, what if, you know, if you hurt their feelings? I feel like I'm bossing these women around. You know, what if we hurt their feelings? And he's like, you know, she's not paid to think, okay? She's paid to make you happy. And don't worry, Charlotte. You'll know the dress when you see it, you know? And, of course, the next dress out is the one that she wants, you know? That's the one that she wants, okay. So that's going on. Meanwhile, Samantha goes to the doctor. She has to answer a bunch of embarrassing questions like, do you do anal? Yes. Okay. Are you sexually active? Yes. You know, do you do oral sex? Yes. Do you swallow? It's like, only if it's a gag reflex, you know. And, you know, it's just stupid shit like that, you know. And what do you call it? And she asks, how many sexual partners have you had? And she's like, you mean this year? She's trying to go through the numbers. Yeah, so it's pretty embarrassing for her, but, you know, fuck it. She needs to get her test. She needs to see if her fucking crotch is fucking rotten or not, you know. And I would say it's rotten, but, you know. Anyway, meanwhile, Aiden is trying to fuck Carrie. They're on bed. They're making out in bed. Carrie's being a total bitch, pushing him away. I don't like that noise you make. He's like, well, I've always made that noise. Yeah, but it's so distracting. He's like, okay, I'll stop making the noise. See, there's me not making a noise, you know. And she's like, I don't like the way you smell. Just get off of me. You're suffocating me. You know, he's like, okay, never mind. I'm out of here. Hey, dude, if this shit happens to you guys out there, when this shit happens to you, you might as well just not come back, okay? It's over. It's fucking over. Now, he fucking takes the hint, starts putting his clothes on. He's like, okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm gonna go back to my place. And she tries to stop. No, wait, I didn't mean it like that. No, please. He's like, no, you need some time. You know, fucking message understood. I get it. You know, I'll leave you alone for a while. No, but just for a while, right? You're not gonna, like breaking up with me or anything. Bitch, the best thing he can do to himself is break up with you, okay? I'm usually on Carrie's side here, but I gotta take Aiden's side here. Aiden, you need to fucking get the fuck away from this bitch. This toxic fucking bitch. Okay, you need to do what fucking Will Smith is too fucking afraid to do. Get the fuck away from her. She's not helping you out. She's treating you like shit. She's disrespecting you. You've done all this fucking shit for her. She doesn't really thank you for anything. Okay, she doesn't like it when you're around her. You know, and the reason she's like this is because she's not thinking about you. She's thinking about Big. Big's the one she wants to fuck, not you. Okay, the fact that you don't seem to understand that, when women start doing this, that means they're pulling away. If it had been me, I would have pulled away a long time ago. I wouldn't even be fucking her boyfriend anymore. Okay? I'd only be there if she asked me to come and fuck her, and that'd be it. Okay? I wouldn't be fucking trying to fucking, you know, romance her or do nice things for her. I'd already be fucking somebody else. Okay? Yeah, because I'm responsible for my own sexual happiness, not her. Okay? This guy is putting everything on her. That's his fault. Why the fuck is he fucking expecting her to be a fucking girlfriend when she's being like this? These are all signs that he's not picking up on. He should have picked up on this shit a long time ago. He should have picked up on it the first time he saw Big at that fucking that show, that fucking furniture show they were doing. You know, that would have been my first hint that something's going on. Something's not right here. Okay? But he hasn't pursued it. He hasn't asked her about it. He hasn't asked her, where have you been? What have you been doing when I'm not around? You know, where are you at during these times of the day? Blah, blah, blah. He hasn't done any of that shit. He's just going off, oh, it's my girlfriend. She's faithful to me. Of course she is. Bull fucking shit, dude. Get the fuck out of here. She's already fucking treating you like shit. Get the fuck out of there. You shouldn't have got out of there already. Why the fuck are you even there? At least have fucking something else going on the side. And Jesus Christ, don't, you know, the reason he's putting so much on Carrie is he's got nobody else to put it on. What the fuck? If you want to get intimate, that's why you have more than one fucking person. You're never dating one person unless it's fucking serious. Take a tip from fucking Samantha. Dude, all that shit Samantha does, that's what guys are supposed to be doing. Not women. You want to call it whatever the fuck you want. You can call me sexist, I don't give a fucking shit. Men are responsible for their own fucking sexual happiness. Not a fucking woman's job to provide men with sexual happiness. They have to do it on their fucking own. And if you women have a fucking problem with it, then you're slut shaming. All right. Moving right along. So, where was I? Okay, so yeah, so Anthony's there. Okay, Aiden, like I said, okay, so that goes on here. The sandwich guy's there. He's saying, "Eat me again." Miranda's walking down the street. The sandwich guy's there. She kind of tries to take a peek inside his face to see what he looks like, and she sees him smile. You can't really see his face, but he's got a beautiful smile. Well, Miranda thinks it's a beautiful smile, so now she's curious as to what this guy looks like, you know. But before she does that, she says, all right, I jumped the gun on that. She actually went to complain. She yelled at the guy, and then she pulled a Karen. I mean, all the way. She went in there, I want to talk to the manager, you know. And he's like, that guy out there just is telling people, eat me. He's like, well, that's his job. He's trying to sell sandwiches, you know. He's like, he's dressed up like a sandwich to get you to come inside and, you know, order a sandwich. I'm defensive. And then, you know, and then she goes out there, looks at his smile. Now she's like, oh, maybe he's cute in there, you know, that kind of thing. So she gets out. So she walks away all fucking horny now for the sandwich guy. All right. Anyway, basically, and she calls Carrie. Carrie's smoking, telling Miranda, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Aiden, big, what am I going to do? Okay, Samantha gets her test results. Well, she's there to get, and they call her in for her test results, and Samantha fucking faints in the lobby before she goes back there. She's convinced she's got AIDS. She's like, oh my God, I got AIDS. I got AIDS. I got AIDS. I got AIDS. Oh God, I don't know. Fuck that. I got AIDS. I got AIDS. I got AIDS. And the doctor comes and goes like, Samantha, relax. I got AIDS, don't I? I got AIDS. I got AIDS. No, you don't have AIDS. I don't have AIDS? No. You have herpes. Herpes! Oh, thank God! Yes! 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 Oh, fuck yeah! Yeah! Fuck that shit! That's just a couple of blisters. No fucking big deal. I don't have AIDS! I don't have AIDS! Okay. Okay, it didn't happen like that. But she collapses before she gets her result. It turns she got nothing, okay? Which I don't fucking believe. That's why I always say this show belongs on the fucking Sci-Fi Channel, okay? You're telling me she's fucking smoked more meat than Hickory Farms and she got nothing? Get the fuck out of here. All right. Meanwhile, Carrie goes to, gets propositioned at a hotel because she's at the hotel lobby while Big's checking themselves in. Some rich Asian guy goes up and goes like, how much? She's like, what? How much? I've seen you here before all the time. You know, how much is it? You know, he thinks she's a prostitute and she works out of the hotel. She takes offense to it. She goes to the Big and she's like, I can't do this. She runs outside to go smoke a cigarette. And guess who's there outside? It is Charlotte. Charlotte's walking there by herself and she sees Carrie, what are you doing out here? And then Big comes out of the hotel to try to stop Carrie, you know? And then all of a sudden, you know, fucking Charlotte looks at Big and looks at Carrie and he's like, oh, hey, Charlotte, yeah, you know, I was just doing some business here and I just ran into Carrie and we were going to have lunch. And Charlotte's like, I got to go. And she leaves, you know, because she, you know, and the look on Carrie's face says it all. Like, she's been fucking big and she didn't tell Charlotte that. Charlotte doesn't know that Miranda and Samantha already know, but she didn't tell Charlotte because she knew Charlotte was going to be judgmental. I mean, she's trying to fucking plan a wedding right now. She's all romantic and shit. And then you pull this shit on it. She knows Big's married. It's like, yeah, it kind of pops her fucking wedding bubble that she's got around her. Okay. So Charlotte runs away. You know, Charlotte has a talk with Carrie later in private while Charlotte's packing her stuff in her apartment. They have a private talk, okay? And Charlotte's like, you know, he's married. You're the other woman, okay? You should feel bad. Because what about her? And Carrie's like, I'm not the other woman type, okay? I'm not that type of woman, okay? And I do think about her. I do think about Natasha. Now, Charlotte finally says some truth here. She says, like, no, you don't think about her. You only think about what's going to happen to you if you get caught. You don't know anything about her. She's just the idiot wife. I'm getting married in 3 weeks, Carrie. How would you feel if someone did this to me? Carrie's like, I don't know. I'd probably kill him. Yeah, you probably would. How could you do this? And she's like, I'm getting out, okay? I'm getting out. And then Carrie calls herself the maid of dishonor. And you know what? None of these women are perfect, okay? And that's what I love about them, okay? They all have faults. They all have, strengths. They all have weaknesses. They're very realized women. All 4 of them are, There's dimensions, there's layers to them, So I can respect that and I can empathize because everyone's like that, No one's just, the straight guys that are on this show, like the disposable guys that they just fuck and are gone after the next episode, those guys are not 3-dimensional, okay? They're not real people. They're just cartoon characters. These women are 3-dimensional, okay? There's different aspects of their personality. There's things I love about all of them. There's things I hate about all of them, okay? Some more than others, like Miranda. But, Charlotte, Charlotte's the one I'm most attracted to because she's a girly girl, and I like that. She's very feminine. She acts like a girl. She's a little ditzy, okay? She's dumb, okay? But I think she's the prettiest one out of all of them. Okay, the only thing I don't like about Charlotte is her superficiality. She's a gold digger, okay? She's looking for a guy who's gonna fucking support her financially, she doesn't want to work, she's that type, the more money you have, the more attractive you are to me, that type of thing, but she's very feminine. I like that about it, and she does have a moral center, and the speech she gave Carrie was just fucking dead. I couldn't have said it better myself, Yeah, that's right, you haven't thought about her. You're only thinking about whether you're gonna get caught and what's gonna happen to you if you get caught. What's gonna happen to Aiden, if you get found out? How's he gonna feel? What's that gonna do to your self-esteem if you realize what you've done to him? What's it gonna say about the kind of person that you are? And she hasn't thought about Natasha's feelings at all. At all, she hasn't. Carrie's been a fucking bitch. She's been a fucking lying piece of shit. She's been lying to herself, she's been lying to her friends, she's been lying to her boyfriend. She's lying to everybody, Carrie's the bad guy here. Yeah, I know. She's the main character, but she's the bad guy. She needs to do something about it, and she don't want to do anything about it because she likes it. See, she likes it. She likes what she's doing. She'll complain about, she gets anxious about it. Oh my God, I don't want anybody to get hurt. Bull fucking shit. You're already hurting people. Okay? The question isn't about whether you can stop hurting people. You've already done that. The question is, are you going to keep doing that? Are you going to do the right thing? Because let me tell you something, you fucking little bitch. You slutty fucking bitch. Okay? Nothing goes unanswered in this life. Nothing. You want to be a dishonorable? That shit, you're going to have to fucking pay the price for that shit. Whether you like it or not. Everybody does. Nobody gets away with shit in this world. You might think you've gotten away with it, but you'll pay for it some other way. Karma is a motherfucker. And karma is coming for you, Carrie. No matter what you fucking say, no matter what you fucking do. Okay? The question is, can you live with yourself? And right now, you can't. So you need to fix that shit. You're not a bad person. You're just doing bad things. Cut it the fuck out. Anyway. Yeah, if you lose Aiden, you fucking lose Aiden. Guess what? That's the fucking shit that happens when you fuck around. If Natasha hates you, she fucking hates you. Guess what? That's the kind of shit that happens when you fuck another woman's husband. All right. Anyway, so Carrie feels like a hooker. She's with Big. She's with Big, and apparently they're at their house. They're at Big's place. And they're fucking at Big's place. Big's getting dressed. He's got to go to work. He tells her, hey, you know the way out. Just lock the door when you leave. That kind of, I guess she got a key. It's Big's place. It's Big's apartment. And he's getting dressed. He's leaving. And they're having a conversation. She says she feels like a hooker. So Big says, oh, really? I'll tell you what. You want me to just call my wife right now? I'll call her right now and tell her. And she's like, no, don't do that. Don't call. Don't call. Don't you dare call. Big's like, you don't want me to call because you're still in love with what's his name? And she's like, what's his name? He has a name, Yeah, good job, Carrie. Yeah, defend your boyfriend's honor now. Good fucking job. His name is Aiden, and your wife's name is Natasha, and you're married. And if you wanted to leave her and tell her, you would have done it by now. Big's like, you told me not to tell her. Tell you what, if I make that call right now, will you still be there for me? Are you in or out? She's like, I need more time. Of course you do. So anyway, he leaves. She's walking around his place. She goes in her fridge. She sees pictures of Natasha everywhere. She looks at some of the shit Natasha redecorated in the place. Okay, and then we realize they've been fucking in Big's apartment. On Big's bed. Well, apparently Natasha is in the Hamptons, so she ain't due back for a couple of days, but Natasha shows up while Carrie's still fucking there. So Carrie's fucking hiding. Oh, shit! She hears the door open. She sees Natasha walk in the door. She's hiding around the corner. Oh, shit. She's grabbing her shit. She's trying to get the fuck out without being noticed. Of course, Natasha hears something. Oh, what? And she goes over there, and Carrie's trying to open the door, but the fucking chain is still on. She's got to undo the chain, runs out. Natasha catches her. She's like, Carrie, I see you! And chases after her. So now Carrie's running down the stairs with her shit. And Natasha's chasing her. I knew he was having an affair. I just didn't know it was at my own fucking house. And she's chasing her down the stairs. And Natasha slips and falls right on her fucking face. And she breaks, I guess she fucking cuts her lip. And I think she breaks her tooth too. Like her tooth comes out. And there's a lot of blood. And Carrie stops when she sees that and goes up there to help her. And she ends up getting Natasha a cab. And they get the cab. And Carrie puts Natasha in the back seat to go to the hospital. And Carrie tries to get in. Natasha locks the door so Carrie can't get in the back with her. So Carrie gets in the front. She gets in the passenger side. And they all go to the hospital together. Big shows up later on. Carrie's sitting there in the waiting room. Big shows up. He's like, is she okay? She's like, yes, I think she lost her tooth, but they got a plastic surgeon here. They're going to fix up her face. Her family's already on the way. They're coming. He's like, thank you for being there for her. And Carrie tells him, you know what? We're so done. Like, they need to come up with a new word for why we're done. So we're over. That we can't. And he's like, Carrie, come on. He's like, no, we can't. And she realized that because she thought that, if the whole affair came to light, if everyone found out about what her and Big had been doing, that she would get hurt. Carrie thought that she would get hurt. She never thought that anyone else would get hurt. She never thought that this whole situation, when the affair got exposed, that it'd be Natasha that got hurt. Emotionally, mentally, and physically. And Carrie realized now that she's hurt this woman who has really done nothing wrong to her. She got with Big after Carrie dumped Big. That's when Natasha got with Big, okay? It wasn't like he wasn't seeing her on the side. She legitimately didn't do anything wrong, Carrie's had it in for her since fucking she found out that they got married, So Carrie's been the total fucking heartless bitch this whole time. And, and Natasha had to suffer for it. Natasha is the one who is going to have to go through a lot of fucking pain that she did not deserve. So yeah, and so will Aiden if Aiden ever finds out. If he ever gets his thumb out of his ass. But anyway, Carrie goes home and Aiden's there. And he's like, hey, where you been all day? She's like, oh, I was hanging out with the girls. I got to go to the bathroom. And she goes away. And she's like, oh, I finally made it home. But she's not going to tell him. She ain't going to tell him what she's been doing. So anyway, that's the end of this review for this episode. Thank you for watching this long. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.